come in and actually swap out this art every quarter, biannually or annually, to make their space seem brand new all the time to these clients. So every time the people do come in, again, they are in a new welcoming environment. They're being exposed to creatives without having to go out and search for them in the art world.
Welcome to the even earlier, early stage startups podcast with Beeso Studio. We interview pre-seed and earlier companies to give them an opportunity to talk about the problems that they're solving, the traction they've made so far, if any, and why they're the right people to execute on that opportunity. Each episode is only 15 minutes. Let's dive into it. So, Xavier, let's start by tell me, what is the startup that you're working on? What is it called? What is the problem you're solving? Kind of what is the solution that you're bringing to the market?
Definitely. So, as Craig said, my name is Xavier. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. And the startup that I founded is called the Local Art Plug. What we do mainly is we connect local art lovers with local artists through affinity, shared experiences, and in-person experiences. So we have an online platform that allows people to get to know the artist, the person behind the art, gives the artist a chance to connect with audiences they wouldn't normally have, and we give a chance for businesses as well to participate in this function. I kind of dive into that a little bit later, but I'll toss it back to Craig for now.
So why do you feel like this is the right time? You've been doing it for a little bit, kind of getting it off the ground, but what do you feel just generally like this time period? What kind of trends do you see in the marketplace and stuff that makes you feel like what you're doing is an opportunity?
As of late, it's been feeling almost like there's a renaissance of the art, of the creative, and a convergence of that with technology as well. There's been a lot more focus and spotlight on just artists and creatives. It seems like it's coming back into the pop culture front. That's not the reason I started this, but I feel like that is another reason why right now is a good time for this business to thrive and kind of take off, as well as with businesses trying to cut down on costs, save money, and get workers back into the office. We offer a solution for them to save money on their taxes, help their space feel enlivened and energized and new for those workers to come back and look forward to coming to work every day.
Interesting. Do you want to talk about that a little bit more about what is the solution that you're providing there?
Definitely. The solution we're providing there is monthly revenue for artists. So this subscription platform would give artists and art collectors alike, people who just have art kind of stowed away, collecting dust, an opportunity to make money from that. And now we know local businesses are sprouting up all over the place. We have mom and pop shops. And when I say mom and pop shops, I'm talking about your local lawyers' offices, pediatricians, chiropractors' offices, things of that sort. They're looking to support the local economy, but also keep their client-facing space looking new and inviting for those clients. And we can offer a cost-effective solution, whereas if they were to go and buy an artwork from an artist, just a one-time piece, they'd be locked in for, upwards of $500 to a couple $1,000s. You just get that one piece, whereas our solution offers them a quarterly, biannually, or yearly fee to where we come in and actually swap out this art every quarter, biannually, or annually to make their space seem brand new all the time to these clients. So every time the people do come in, again, they are in a new welcoming environment. They're being exposed to creatives without having to go out and search for them in the art world. And the businesses are able to save money through this by writing off the art as a operating expense during their cost, because it is a subscription. It's a lease. They're not outright purchasing it. So it kind of saves them money and gives them the opportunity to attract more clientele.
That's interesting. I just want to push in there a little bit more. Is you're taking care of like hanging the art and then like going and swapping it out and stuff? Is that?
Yep, you're right about that. So currently we're just an online platform. We don't house any of the art. We pick the art up from the artist once the sale or the subscription is made, and then we deliver it to the location. There is an onboarding fee, and that pretty much is us coming through, measuring your space, seeing where we can install the art in a non-harmful way, in a way that we can swap it out as well. And then from there, we'll just add you to our routes, and we'll come and pick up that art every quarter or biannual or however you see fit, essentially. But yep, that's us doing all of that.
So what do you feel like makes you the right person, and anybody that you are looking at or have on your team, the right team to execute on some of these problems that you're solving with Local Art Plug?
So I feel like the problems of Omaha are not unique. And me being a creative from Omaha, I felt them firsthand, and I feel like using those experiences, I can apply that to different markets. But the problems that I'm speaking of are the notion of growing your creative career or getting that exposure and getting to the next level. A lot of people feel like they have to move to a larger market, whereas we all know there's tons of opportunities and money in Omaha for artists to stay, but they just don't know how to get connected into that audience. And the artists love to just work on their work. They don't want to promote. They don't want to sell the artwork. They don't want to do those types of things. And that's kind of where we come in. I'm a creative myself, and I also struggled again with those kind of same problems, and I couldn't find a solution. I did validation and just surveys to really assess and make sure that this was a problem. And then after that, we kind of dug deeper to see which medium we could help impact the most. Right now, it's physical art. With the advent of NFTs, we were able to kind of open up that medium or our marketplace. And we're looking forward to slowly doing that.
I think, you having that personal experience with being an artist and then
Hmm.
surveying and finding out what those what it is that the artists struggle with, because obviously, like, it's one thing to provide a service of, like, this art subscription thing to businesses, or to art collectors. It's another thing to, like, actually be able to get solid artists on the platform. And I think that that's something that a lot of the solutions in that space kind of struggle with, is like, how do you actually, like, attract artists and keep them engaged? So you have this kind of local aspect of it, obviously local art plug. Uh, and for you, that's Omaha right now, and you're physically going around, picking up and dropping off and doing all that with the artwork, and you're connected and tapped into the local art scene. What is your ambitions and plan for scaling that beyond Omaha once you feel like you've really figured out the model in Omaha? Obviously, you got to figure it out and scale it here. And then, is there plans to scale that to other cities? What's that kind of vision look like?
Definitely. I do want to scale it to other cities, and I've been toying around with that idea a lot. We have some connections in Lincoln, and we're slowly branching down there and want to start participating in First Fridays. Have some connections on the Innovation Campus as well. So you may see some art there within the next year or two. They're kind of booked up for this year, but we're going to try to take it over all of next year. But to move into larger cities, I have been thinking of different markets, and what we really want to do is kind of test the markets to see where the biggest opportunities are. The markets I've been thinking of that are somewhat similar to Omaha in the art situation are Kansas City, maybe a St. Louis. Denver may be a little bit more advanced, but still seems like a reachable goal as well. Chicago would be further down the line, but we'd want to start Midwest and expand outwards. And then from there, we're thinking either franchising or conglomerations of some sort to be able to bring these other art institutions on board, because we would love to really highlight local galleries and local shows and events that are going on in other nonprofits in the area that are already supporting the arts. We don't want to come in and kind of take over. We want to highlight what's there and help make it more of a connected ecosystem. And if we can't do that through the conglomerations, what we want to do then is have little satellites in each major city in each state that can kind of then control that local scene's art market through the art plug ecosystem. Dream goal is to again franchise it. We get a building, hopefully like a commercial duplex, have an art studio downstairs, have some artists living upstairs, and then we can swap those artists between states and kind of again help build that ecosystem and bridge that gap, and then make artists feel not only that they have opportunities in their local market, but be able to bring those opportunities back to their cities.
Interesting. Cool. So currently, what is your traction right now? And then what is kind of the immediate next couple things that you're working on, need help with, looking for?
Currently, traction is all social media. We've been revamping our business revenue model, and we're pretty excited to launch that and hit the ground running. We've got some connections within the chambers to access different businesses and help start the sales process when we do revamp that and go back into that. And we have a new gal on our team, social media lady who's really involved with the local hotel and restaurant kind of scene. So we've got some inroads there. Pretty excited about. What we really need help with is more people for the team. Always any sponsorships or partners with future events. We do have an NFT event coming up June 26th at Millwork Commons that we're really excited about and looking forward to. So if anyone in the tech world or art or even community space wants to join and help kind of highlight their business and explain how the community can help get involved and support them, we'd love to have them there, at least discuss and have conversations with them. The final thing we would need or would love to have is a venue or just wall space just to host shows periodically. Further down the line, we're looking into art storage for collectors and artists with those overflowing basement rooms and attics full of art. And, that would be obviously like a humidified room, but that would be down the road. So that's what we're working towards this summer. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can have a facility that'll facilitate not only the storage, but also the venue and pop-up and art shows that we do as well in between the sales. So that's really what we're looking for. And those are kind of the things where we need help at. Right now, it's been a one-man team, kind of bootstrapping. We are in the process of fundraising and looking for funding. If there is funding out there, open to negotiations.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you as you grow that. Obviously, I'll continue to support you in any way that I can. Let people know where they can find you if they want to check out Local Art Plug.
Definitely. The website is localartplug.com. No www before, just localartplug.com. We've also got local_artplug on Instagram, and I believe that's the same for our Facebook as well. And then you can find us on LinkedIn at Local Art Plug. So please come support. We'd love to see you at some of the events and talk art with you.
Awesome. Thanks.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Even Earlier Early Stage Startups podcast with Beeso Studio. Check out the description for links to the startup that we just talked to and to find links to sign up to be on the show if you're just getting started and want to tell the world what you're working on.